I'm authorizing a new screening program for testosterone deficiency for our service members, ensuring you have the right testosterone levels to operate at your absolute best.
Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth wants our troops to be tested for testosterone deficiency. He says it'll make them stronger. So here's how the plan will work. Anyone 30 years and older will be required to test. Those under 30, they can volunteer, and anyone diagnosed with a deficiency can voluntarily choose to receive treatment. The Trump administration has been pushing for easier access to these therapies. In December, the FDA hosted an expert panel focusing on the benefits of testosterone replacement therapy for members of the military, and there are concerns.
Testosterone replacement therapy can actually affect deployability and eligibility for special duty status. There are service members who work their entire careers to get these special duty statuses that are very highly sought after, and they worry that if they get seen for this disease and treated for it, that they may lose that status.
The group chat is back. Just to help clarify that point for people, testosterone at a certain level is an anabolic steroid, and in world sports competitions, it is considered a performance-enhancing drug. So that's why he's talking about people getting in trouble for it in the past. Now, since it was me and Megan and Mike, we had to bring in more testosterone. That's why Harrison is here. And right now, I was looking at a tweet, Chrissy Houlihan saying online, I'm sure the testosterone industry is thrilled. Taxpayers should ask who benefits from this latest culture war obsession. Is this something people might be excited about, young men in the military?
Yeah, they might be, but they need to consult their doctor. Like, we got to first be clear, Pete Hegseth is not somebody who understands or cares about the health of the troops under his responsibility.
Why do you say that? He's always talking about their weight.
He's
always talking about exercising. Facial hair.
Yeah, I got to remind the viewers, his last big medical announcement was canceling mandatory flu shots, a policy he had to reverse when a bunch of people at Air Force basic training got sick and one died. So I don't trust him for medical advice. Is it good to offer everybody in the military gender-affirming care who wants it? Absolutely. I don't think that privilege should only be reserved for Pete Hegseth's conception of his ideal man, and that's what he's doing right now.
I do think, though, you've now hit on the culture war nerve center when you said gender-affirming care. This is what a lot of people are saying here. Senator Tammy Duckworth saying it sounds like gender-affirming care to me. And, of course, like, I'm not holding my breath for his perimenopause screening, but it's obviously...
He doesn't promote women, so they don't, it doesn't matter.
This is an issue that's at the next... I think it's at the junction of, like... Chad, Looksmaxxing Boulevard, and RFK Way. Like, there's a world that is obsessed with testosterone because they're also obsessed with a couple other things that have to do with population decline or these other issues affecting men.
There is one thing that Pete Hegseth and this administration is focused on, and that is recruiting more young men.
Yes.
Especially, but young people to the military.
Yeah.
We went through years of having missing our military recruitment numbers.
Yes, I want to show that. The Military News has been reporting about the best numbers in 15 years.
Yes.
Show that while you're talking.
And I think this is part of it. I think this is part of it. That that they are focused on this, and this may seem bizarre on its face, that video that you showed, but it is part of this recruitment of young men joining the military.
I don't think it's bizarre. Have you seen the commercials for testosterone?
Yeah,
like,
Doug
this
Flutie.
is a massive
Doug
industry.
Flutie has a great one. But this is my
Harrison
point.
just said something here under his breath. You don't think it is vibes. You think it's something else that's drawing people.
Yeah, I mean, it's not vibes. It's part of, like, this video.
This is what'll happen to you, by the way, if you take it. Yeah.
Yeah, like the video's goofy. Pete Hegseth posting, we're going to have a high T military, I guess implying that up until now it was low T, is goofy. But the vision is not silly, and that's basically a white male military in Pete Hegseth's image. Like, that's why he thinks about this stuff.
I think you're going overboard.
He is firing or killing the careers of every black or female senior officer he can get his hands on, and we can't understand the other culture war stuff outside of that context. He has his vision of, like, sweaty masculinity, kind of Pete Hegseth type of guy. He is trying to make the military look like that. I don't think he'll be successful, but these, seemingly kind of incongruous announcements for a man who's supposed to be managing a massive war right now are a little more frightening than they seem.
But also, we are now living in a place where we have canceled funding for HHS for a lot of different medical research and for science, and we now have a massive outbreak that people are getting from their food because we don't have people monitoring food anymore. Where is the scientific research that has said this could actually cause infertility in men? This can cause a lot of damage to men. Where is the research and where is the warning to the men?
To be fair, I do want to offer some facts. There's a man named Dr. Haggai Levine in Israel. They have done massive studies and meta-analysis, and male sperm counts and testosterone, it's down. What is not in agreement within the scientific community is how to deal with it or what is causing it. Is it obesity? Is it diabetes? Is it sitting around in the pandemic? Right? There's a number of 100%. Things. So it's not even clear that giving TRT on the government dime to a male population is the absolute solve.
And then what happens when it does do something?
The military should be solving this issue for us societally.
I'm not saying they're trying to solve the issue.
I'm not talking to Megan.
Okay. You're looking at me and talking to Megan.
We're friends. It's a group chat.
I just think that there's a lot here that it is underlying current of what we're trying to do to our military and who we're trying to isolate from the military and who we're trying to recruit to the military. But one thing that you said that I actually think is important about the recruitment is we are in a terrible economy. People are joining the military because it gives them opportunities, it gives them a place to live, it gives them food, it gives them money when they sign up. So I think that there's a lot of ways out for people who don't necessarily think that college or there's other jobs for them. So I think that's another reason that recruitment is up.
Recruitment was down when we had an even worse economy. So I'm not buying that.
Totally, but that also could be a reason.
I'm not
getting your free tee shot from the military isn't going to drive people.
But here's the weird part, and this is why I'm saying it's bizarre. This is basically for those officers who are over 30 years of age, who have been in the military for 10, 12, 15 years. But what it attracts, and the point I'm trying to make is, it attracts those young 16, 17, 18-year-olds who are buying into this cultural conversation of high testosterone.
And herein lies the problem. Yeah. Herein lies the problem of how people are being recruited and how people are being influenced and what they want to make our military.
We can have that debate, but I think this is a recruitment tool.
Yeah, I could be testing T levels to come on the panel, too. I've been thinking about
this right now.
I just think that is only fair. Harrison, thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate your time and expertise and point of view.